Hi, I'm Louis Tomlinson, and this is my track by track from my debut album, Walls. In terms of what it's about, is just about being young and kind of trying to capture that nostalgic element of being young and being reckless and being stupid. I felt like I needed this song on the record because I feel like it's a good example of the kind of stuff that I like listening to. I feel like a lot of my inspirations are in this song. And also it was a bit of a statement of intent from me. It was the first song that I released of this new bunch and kind of showing that I was moving in a slightly different direction.
One Direction will ultimately go in different directions.
One Direction may be headed in different directions.
Is One Direction going in different directions?
One Direction going in different directions?
One Direction heading in different directions?
Wow.
Oh, what you did that for?
Oh, Lord. I'm sorry. I'm just in a silly, goofy mood.
To me, it was a bit of a no-brainer to open the album with Kill My Mind. Kind of had that intention right after writing it. It's one of those songs that hopefully makes you feel good, and it just felt like the right message and the right sonic to open the album with a little bit of energy.
You kill my mind.
And yeah, a lyric that I'm proud of. This was a single I was really excited to release, one that I'm really proud of. The song itself is another one of those songs that's talking about hope and seeing the glass is half full.
We're just two ghosts swimming in a glass half empty.
And yeah, just one of those songs that I think, you know, you've got to let the melody and let the lyrics do the talking. I think there is a credibility to the lyrics. A standout lyric for me on this song, in the second verse, start the second verse, it says, "It comes and it goes, we're driving down a one-way road to something better."
It comes, it goes, we're driving down a one-way road to something better, something better.
Every time I listen to the song, that line just kind of stands out to me. I think it's thought-provoking, I think it's interesting, so yeah.
It's been a minute since I called you, just to hear the answer phone. Yeah, I know that you won't get this, but I'll leave a message so I'm not alone.
Yeah, this was a song that definitely I felt like I needed to get off my chest. I feel like until I wrote this song, I wasn't really going to pick up any real momentum. I've spoke before in interviews about the fact that I felt like I needed to write this song, and other songs kind of felt insignificant to a certain degree before I wrote this. And the song, you know, is about losing someone but still being hopeful and living your life in a hopeful way. And it's been a really special song for me. It's been a really special song for me. To be honest, when we wrote the song, it was actually, as it sometimes is, even though it was emotionally heavy, it was a bit more clinical, a bit more professional in the room, because I knew there was a responsibility with this song and I wanted to get it right.
Just you and me and no one else. I will hold you where my heart is. One life for the two of us.
This is a song that I wrote about 2 years ago, maybe a little bit longer, so I've sat in this song for a while. And the song originated as a message between me and the fans.
Share a single bed and tell each other what we dream about. Things we never say to someone else out loud. We were only kids just trying to work it out. Wonder what they think if they could see us now.
And, you know, when we started with the title, and that's what we started with in the writing process, we had this title and, you know, I was asked, what did it mean to me? And to me, we made it, was that first moment at the tour show, which I've been looking forward to for a long time. I know my fans have been very patient. So it was kind of thinking about that and visualizing that and that feeling that we might have as a collective. Quite a simple song, really. Again, didn't need too much production, and conceptually, I wrote it from the point of view of how much responsibility you can have at a young age of potentially meeting, you know, the girl that you're going to spend the rest of your life with.
I'm just a girl.
And that's a heavy responsibility, you know, for any age, and especially, you know, trying to deal with that at 18. And understanding that and being mature enough to deal with that. So yeah, I kind of just conceptualized that and put it into the song. This is probably my favourite song on the album. Definitely the song I'm most proud of. We kind of wanted to let the lyric do the talking.
Nothing wakes you up like waking up alone. I'm in my bed and you're not here. I looked you in the eyes, saw that I was lost. I get so lost inside your eyes.
Conceptually, we started with the chorus and walls, and the idea is, you know, of kind of not letting your guard down for anyone until you meet that certain person, and then you have the confidence to kind of let people in. Is there a reason why this is the album name?
Why did you pick Fine Line to be the name of your album?
Other than the fact, I mean, it's my favourite song. It's the song I'm most proud of.
It's one of my favourite songs on the album.
But more than anything, it's just my favourite song. I wanted to show it off. I think it's an interesting concept, walls in general, and a thought-provoking title. I'm quite British, right? A matter of fact, and I see a wall as a wall. You know what I mean?
Powerful demon, or as you mortals call him, Simon Cowell.
As a concept, it started out as kind of my relationship with... with my job at that time. I was kind of having a bit of a love-hate relationship with it, and I think it was when I was releasing music that I didn't think represented me as much. So that's where Habit came from, and the feeling of, you know, wanting something and not being able to put it down. And also it's written as a love song as well, obviously. It alludes to a girl as well.
Obviously there's no truth to it, obviously.
But in general, again, another song I'm really proud of. I think the melody's a great, shout out to Wayne Hector there, amazing at melody always. So, the chorus is about, you know, the idea of habit, and as I said, it was written with my career in mind at the time. But the verses are kind of dressed up a little bit more descriptive, and I reference where I used to live with the band.
Live together and Harry does all the
A place, a flat complex called Princess Park Manor, so some of the fans will know that place. This is an old one. I wrote this again at least 2 years ago. I actually teased this out on my Instagram a while ago. I think it was my Instagram, and ever since the fans have been excited to hear it. It was one of those things where, you know, I had maybe 18 tracks to choose from for the album, and that one was touch and go, to be honest, but I knew that the fans really wanted to hear it, and for some reason, even though they hadn't heard it, they developed this connection with the song already. Lyrically, the song is a breakup song, really. It's
and it was written about the first time you broke up with me. Jesus,
about, you know, having just broke up with someone, seeing all these things and places and objects, whatever it is, that remind you of this person. Another one of these quite autobiographical lyrics from me, kind of talking about, you know, being on the road with One Direction and visiting all these amazing places, but it doesn't quite feel the same without that person. And I think sometimes some people need to remember what it feels like to be young. We're still young. And that was the kind of concept with this song. And, you know, it's the idea of seeing that spark in someone's eye when they're young, and then as they get a bit older and life gets a bit more serious, you know, it starts to die down.
I've seen that fire alight. Tell me, do you still remember feeling young?
He had lost his smile, and without it, the world grew darker.
So it's kind of just encouraging, you know, youth and a little bit of recklessness. I think out of every song on the album probably represents like a true One Direction style lyrically.
Tell me, girl, good, so girl, I ain't good.
As I listen to the song, you know, it's almost an extension of some of the early One Direction stuff. Again, it's Jamie doing what Jamie does best. It's got a very catchy chorus.
'Cause everybody's looking at you now. My, oh my, I guess some queens don't need a crown. And I know why, even when your tears are falling down, still somehow you're perfect now.
When I listen to the album top to bottom, I'm kind of confident that it'll be a fan favourite this week. The conception of the song's about kind of that moment where, you know, you might be in an argument or you're feeling particularly vulnerable, and it's a bit of a cry for help, really. Lyrically, I think it's, you know, I've said in the past, it's always important for me to be honest and I think, you know, vulnerable at times, and this is definitely one of those songs. Definitely, there's a lot of honesty in there.
I wasn't at the show. I phoned him before it started and we had a good chat. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was great. And you know what, like, you know, listening through those lyrics and whatever else, it's really nice to hear the truth in his music, because obviously, I mean, you know, I know all of the full story about him and you know, his relationship with his girlfriend and whatever else.
Define girlfriend.
And it's I mean, we've written songs in the past. I went to Sweden.
And actually, don't get me wrong, I've always been a fan of this song. I've always loved this song, but I didn't realise how much of a fan favourite it might be until I played it at Madrid. I played a show in Madrid, and the fans, for whatever reason, really took to this song. So now has a special place in my heart, definitely. This is, in my opinion, the perfect way to close the album. Again, a song I'm really proud of, and a slightly different sonic and lyrical style. So I think that's important as well to have variation, obviously, on the album. And the song itself is about, obviously, being brave and talking about love, basically, and that love is only for the brave.
It's a church of romances, and we're too far gone to pray. It's a solo song, and it's only for the brave.
I'm gay. And I love you. I love you as well. Thank you for coming. I mean, we're all a little bit gay, aren't we? Do you know what I mean? We're all a little bit gay.
It doesn't necessarily have, well, it definitely doesn't have the same structure as maybe like a standard pop song. You know, the chorus only really comes around once, which again, I think is a good way to close the album. I think it leaves you wanting more.
Where?